All my wrists is frogs.
What's up, world? It's Knowledge to God, hip hop is real, and we are here with a legend. You know what I'm saying? Not just from a region, not just the Midwest. I'm talking about a battle rap legend, somebody who's seen it all, been through a lot of the greatness of this culture, and is still here putting on till today. And got one of the hottest podcasts out right now. I said, Joe, I'm
I
here with
said,
the one and the only Quest Mcody.
Get him cold.
What up? I had to put my love. You said I had to put my love.
Get him cold.
Yo, man, what's up, man? Thank you so much for having me on the show, man. I appreciate you.
Listen, Quest, you're somebody who's always been extremely humble, show nothing but love, and just always somebody who's giving back to the culture. So I appreciate you, man, for giving us the honor to be here and be able to chop it up with you and build on the history that this culture has been going through for so many years.
Word. Man, the culture is so dope, and you can hear me good, right?
Yes, you 100% perfect.
Man, the culture is so dope when you just think about where it come from and like what it came from. You know what I'm saying? Like if you were ever around this shit when it was like not as good as it was when you got it. Like if you were someone that saw it go from little bitty rooms and shit to what it is right now, you could marvel at how really, really far the game has come and the culture has come. So I'm glad to have been a part of that, you know, like, so, yeah.
With that being said, how do you feel about them saying, the culture's dead, battle rap is dying, like you saying like seeing how much it's grown. Now you're hearing people talking about battle rap is dying. It ain't, you know what I mean? The money ain't here, all this type of talk.
You would have to listen to the people that are making the most money if they tell you the money ain't there, right?
Yes.
Like if my plug told me that it wasn't no work, I gotta believe him, right?
Facts.
Especially if I ain't got no work.
It's a drop, B.
Yeah, if you a hustler, what you go do when your plug say it is ain't no more work? You go find some work. So, yo, man, go find some work. Like, I don't know if battle rap is like dying. You know what I'm saying? It go through motions and it need things to happen. Like, but dying, like who? If it dies, it's the fans' fault. Don't let nothing you love die. I never let hip hop die. Like maybe hip hop, how I knew it might not be the same or something like that. But like, and I don't want the fans being like, man, Quest, he just said it's our fault. I'm just saying, yo, I'm a fan of battle rap, so I wouldn't let it die. So y'all don't let it die.
Behind the scenes, we kind of got a chance to chop it up. Before we get like so into the money conversation, I want to talk about, the next episode because like you really just put me onto some shit I never even knew about. I've been in this thing doing this for like 10, 11 years now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, I never heard about the next episode.
Yeah.
I didn't know about the situation. I'm looking it up on YouTube. I'm looking at like Young Quest, super skinny with the Iverson braids and all that. You know what I mean?
Pelly on with the headband.
You feel me? Like talk about the next episode. Like, if you could give a little history, because I'm sure this is my first time hearing this. It'll be a lot of people's first time knowing about this.
This was a time like before like YouTube was its thing or whatever, but it was right around like 8 Mile came out. It did really well. The DVD was out. Like battle rap was being seen everywhere. People were on TV doing it, and Jimmy Iovine executive produced a show called The Next Episode. For y'all that don't know, Jimmy Iovine was he ran Interscope Records, home of Eminem, Dr. Dre, Kendrick Lamar, The Game, so on and so forth. NWA, Death Row Records, Tupac, Snoop Dogg. The list goes on and on and on. Helped start Apple Music with Beats Music. Goes on and on and on and on and on.
Mm-hmm.
So Jimmy Iovine and I believe Paul Rosenberg executive produced a show called The Next Episode. And they went and they got battlers from different places: Detroit, New York, Atlanta, Philly, and LA. and I was one of the MCs they got from Detroit, and they would like follow your life. Like, so it was the first time battle rap was seen on premium cable. Like, it was the first time it was vulgar. There were no editing. Like, Making a Band had been out already, but they were edited. Those battles were edited. The Blaze battles had been out on HBO, but it was just a tournament. It wasn't a lifestyle thing. So like, they really brought camera crews to the hood, and talking about big trucks, cameras, like a whole production. And it was like one of the top 5 shows for Showtime that summer or whatever. So it was like, it was a really it was one of the first introductions of battle rap to the rest of the world, and it was on TV. So it was really, really dope.
Now, what you saying that, we got into a conversation about, finances, which is kind of dealing with the topic we were talking about today.
Yeah.
And, you made, basically a reference to basically how you came in the game and you kind of already was getting paid early to
Yeah.
do this.
Yeah. I didn't know niggas wasn't getting paid. Like when I would see Mook or Rex or even Miles and X Fact, like anybody that I saw doing those before they called me to do one, right?
Yeah.
But when I would see the DVDs, I thought niggas was getting paid. They paid like anybody that did that next episode thing. Like, it was really like for me, I had people that was looking out for me and just kind of like showing me how to get paid. They were like, yo, if you rap on the show, it's going to be on TV. So if you rap on one of your songs, you can sync it. You could get the sync payments and you could get the publishing. I'll show you how to do the publishing. They helped me get signed up for ASCAP, like as a teenager. You feel me? They were, yo, if you rap a song that's yours. Don't freestyle, whatever the case is. So on top of the show paying you. And then I would do other shows like I did, like True Life for MTV. I was a maid coach for MTV, and all these things paid, and they paid good. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Showtime check was like what people talk about now, and
Dang.
we talking early 2000s. So it didn't make sense. But even before that, like the way I came up battling, it was like, yo, we were either betting money or it was a tournament, and you got in a tournament and you battled so you could win this prize. So it was at least a chance of winning money. And, I would win a lot of them. So I would feel like I'd be a shoe-in anytime there's some money involved.
Let me ask you this.
Money.
How much was your first time? How much money did you get paid the first time you won a battle or you got paid to battle?
It's a difference between the first time I got paid and the first time I won. The first time I won.
Okay. Go ahead. First time you got paid. Let me hear that.
I want to say the first time I won. The first time
go ahead.
Proof hosted a battle. He had just got off stage with like Eminem, and he had just came over to where this battle was and just hosted the battle. And he had saw me from being on the set of 8 Mile, and I used to engineer for a group that he was working with. So he didn't know I rap because I'm not about to rap. I'm your engineer. So he saw me and he was like, man, what? And just started laughing. And I'm like, man, I can rap. Like, he like, whatever, man. And flipped the coin, and I beat everybody. And I won that battle, and he gave me $100 out of his pocket. And it was around Christmas. I actually was able to do some stuff for my daughter with that money or whatever. That's the first time I won some money. The first time I got paid to battle, I battled on this thing called, this company is actually how
my bad. How much did you say you won? How much did you win?
$100.
$100?
Yeah,
How many people did you have to battle in the tournament?
Man, it was like one of them things where it's like 32 people battling all night.
Oh my God.
You just gotta
for a hundo.
Yeah, but you don't battle all 32, but you battle one person, and now it's 16 of y'all. Now it's 8 of y'all. Now it's 4 of y'all. Now it's 2 of y'all. But you battling 3 rounds each time. So like,
Jeez.
But that's how I got my name. Like, I used to go and do that every day of the week for $100 here, $500 here, whatever the grand prize was, and I would win them.
Gotcha.
Like, the first time I got paid to battle, this guy named Dave Velo Stewart. He had this series he put together, Detroit versus Cleveland. It would be like these hip hop battle.com or something like that. And I got $50, man, and they drove us to Ohio, to Cleveland, Ohio, and we battled some niggas from Cleveland, Ohio. And it was my first time like really doing some battle stuff on the scene. And I got out there and I was just doing really, really good. And it was kind of like how I kind of proved myself to the people in Detroit on that trip. But they paid me $50. Yeah.
$50.
$50.
I mean,
now, same crew. They did this thing called Hip Hop is Life that used to be on Netflix, and they changed the beats up and all that shit. But we went and battled these guys from Houston. We battled in Houston during the All-Star weekend. And like it was wild. Like, man, Fat Joe performed with DJ Khaled as his hype man. Rick Ross was doing Hustling. We had never heard Hustling a day before. Like it was like Styles P was judging, MC Light was judging, me and Marv were battling. Marv battled this nigga named Mcody that's now like a radio personality out there. And I battled Orange Juice Jones' son. No, I battled Orange Juice Jones, like standing in the rain. I saw you standing in the rain. That nigga, I battled his son, man. And
wow. But
for that, like just to talk, like that was like a $3,500, $4,500 like payment. And this is early 2000s. So like I thought niggas was getting yo, you were getting paid.
When did you realize some of these guys were just battling for the respect and just for the passion of the game?
I thought they were betting. Like I never knew. Like I thought somebody was getting paid some kind of way. Cause like when we would do this shit here, like once we start kind of going to the acapella, like it was always a prize at the end of the battle. So I thought niggas was getting paid. Like I just didn't know. Like it wasn't nothing to think. I just didn't know. Like if I got in something and it was a grand prize, that made sense. It didn't make sense to me that it was like, yo, niggas was just meeting up and rapping. Like I didn't know that Miles and them was driving out here and they like I knew that because they asked me to do it. I'm not gonna say smacking them, but a lot of people don't know that. Like Bizarre had a really, really, really in-depth involvement with just the maturation of battle rap as a whole, especially traveling, because like Bizarre was the person that was in contact with like Fight Club and Smack and different shit like that. In the same way, like, yo, he was working with Miles and he was working with X. It was like, yo, Marv, yo, Quest, yo, we going out here to do X, Y, and Z. And that's when we learned that it really wasn't, no money in it right then. But of course, we didn't know what it was going to be either. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I still thought it was dope. But then I was like, nah, man, they just trying to do that to y'all. They paying these niggas, man. They got them on the DVD, man. This is, and that's no shot or any shame to them. That's me saying my ignorance of how things were working. Right.
Got you.
But I did think like when they would battle on the DVD, even if they weren't getting paid to battle on the DVD, I thought that like it was a bet because that's what we used to do. We used to bet and you wouldn't see who I thought like, yo, they say who won after. It wasn't no battles that didn't have a winner in Detroit during that time. Like you won or you lost or they said it was a tie and y'all kept y'all money or something like. So I just thought it was money involved.
That's ill too. And then you mentioned in Bizarre, I was just in Detroit literally a couple of days ago.
Word.
And I was out there with Calico, and he said like literally the same thing. Like the interview should be dropping soon, but he said Bizarre really had a hand in pushing battle rap forward, especially in the Midwest, and really getting you guys on these smacks and things like that. He was talking about how important. Like he was like, yo, if it wasn't for Bizarre and Proof, I probably wouldn't exist. Like Calico, as you know, it wouldn't probably be here as a battler.
Yeah. Everything go through Proof. Bizarre has involvement as well. Everything like battle rap wise, Bizarre and Proof were definitely involved, right? When I did the Showtime show, Proof was the host of Detroit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Proof was one of the people that said, yo, Quest is dope. Like, you had to get chose for that show. It was 1 million rappers in Detroit, and it was 1 million rappers across the world. So they listened to music, they listened to his freestyle, they listened to all type of stuff. And, you know, if Proof would have said, like, nah, Quest ain't no good for this, they probably wouldn't have used me, you know?
Yeah.
Proof would throw battles. Proof would make space available for that. Bizarre was there with Miles and X Factor when they were doing Fight Club. You know what I'm saying? He was there. He would always come back and say, yo, man, I got some niggas from Chicago. Man, I got some niggas from Chicago. He was talking about Big T and Prince Lord.
Big T.
Yeah, T and them. He was talking about T and them. T came here and he called out me, Marv, like shit, me and Marv. And maybe Mo Dirty, I'm not sure, but him and Mo Dirty was supposed to battle. No, him and Mo Dirty battled, but him and somebody, I don't know how it went, but him and this nigga named Fat Tony was supposed to battle. But man, Bizarre was always involved with that. Bizarre did Who Won a Battle. It was a DVD that came out at Best Buy, and like I wasn't on that because they wasn't getting paid. I didn't like I had already got paid, but I was in that like, yo, I don't get this. You putting this in Best Buy, I want to get paid or whatever. But niggas was betting money. You know what I'm saying? Marv battled Nims, but the difference was it was something a lot of people don't know, man. Like when you talk to Nims, man, Proof hit him up. Like if you talk to Mook, like Proof got him out here.
Wow.
In the battle. Bizarre called Dayton. If you talk about Dayton from used to be in FYL, he's now like one of the top Christian rappers or what have you. His Dayton, phenomenal, man. Look up Dayton versus whoever and just see how crazy he was on the mic. I remember like him saying like, yo, he got a call, and I might be getting Bizarre and or Proof mixed up in this part of it, but I think he said it was Bizarre, and it's like, yeah, this Bizarre, I want y'all to come out here for a battle. And like he flew them out, like they first time coming here, like he flew them here.
Wow.
So you'll see Nims battling in Detroit, not just against Marv, but he battled against somebody else on some earlier tapes. You'll see Scar Child out here from Far Rockaway. You'll see him out here. You'll see Eddie Morris battling here in Detroit, him and Miles. Like you'll see all those people. You'll see a young Calico at like maybe 16 years old battling Hami Ham, who was somebody that was in the WRCs before even me and Marv were. You know what I'm saying? So they had a really big connection. Fight Club came here, man. Fight Club got footage somewhere of Swine and Mook going 5 rounds. Swine all freestyle, Mook all written, everything.
Wow.
Yeah, like, and like Proof and Bizarre had a lot to do with that. Like they were, like you'll never like they like. Of course, you know we lost Proof, but it ain't too much Bizarre could hit me up about and me not be there. You know.
That's so dope, man. Like that's so dope seeing the history and like you know how some of these things, man, help create this culture that a lot of the fans don't know these stories, man. They're not privy to understand how deep the culture really goes into how it formed to be this mega thing. Like you know what I'm saying? Like mainstream battle rap. Like you know what I'm saying?
You even think about Cal. I've known Cal longer than anybody in the hip hop in the battle rap culture. I've known Cal since he was a child. Like before I knew he could rap. My homeboy used to date Cal's aunt, so we'd all be hanging. Cal was a little kid, and his dad was in the biggest rap group in the city. I looked up to that. Like I wanted to, yo, what up? Yo, I be rapping type shit, you know? But Cal was a little boy. So by the time Cal started, I got this record shop, well, not a record shop, but a studio, and we sold mixtapes on the other side. So we throw battles every weekend. Cal would come up there, man. His dad either send him up there, he'll come up there. We'll go to clubs with Cal and he'll battle like adults or whatever. And like that's how the scene was here. Like it was always built on. That's why you see like it ain't too much Michigan inner fighting or whatever, because we all like, yo, man, when it's your turn, bro. It ain't no wait your turn, nigga. Like, yo, you popping, nigga, we behind you. You not popping, nigga, we uplifting you. So
Fire.
it's so many wild stories, man. Just our scene is very rich and very, very, very like deep into what battle rap is, man. You can't tell that story without some of the shit that came through here.
Man, that is amazing, man. It shows the importance because a lot of us, we think in New York, Philly, as
Yeah.
far as like a lot of that early beginnings of battle rap, but like like building with guys like yourself, Calico, really showing me like, damn, the real history. Like like nah, Detroit was just as important and flourishing and putting on the
Yeah.
same way
Yeah.
from
Proof
Chicago to
Proof won the unsigned hype. First off, he was an unsigned hype, but Proof also won the unsigned hype battle. He beat Supernatural, if I'm not mistaken. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but like I know Supernatural ain't win the year Proof was in it, and I know Proof won it. So I don't know who won it, but like it's like Proof is probably one of the, like, off the top of the head, he's the best freestyler I've ever heard in my life. Him and Swan. Like him and Swan. Yeah.